Okay. Well, that was fun. Now we have to reopen TikTok. What's up, Fresh? What's up, guys? Thank you guys for coming back. I appreciate it. Quick little bathroom break. And, quick little reset, you know? WB? What's WB? I don't know what WB is, brother. Thank you. I don't know what that abbreviates. Let's try to get the likes up a little bit, guys, if we can. Let's try to get something going here. Oh, welcome back. Okay, yeah, okay. That should have been obvious to me. I'm sorry, man. I'm all over the place. That's okay though. Try to get the likes up. Try to get some people in here. That last guy was pretty cool, but we got more off topic than I usually get, but at the same time, like, it's cool to talk about stuff like that because that's one of the what I would consider like one of the dominoes um in this. Like, you go through like the domino effect of like you have to knock certain ones over to get to the later ones, you know? Like, nobody just goes straight into flat earth. I think that's pretty rare, you know? You have to first like dismantle the idea that like we're run by presidents and geopolitical people, and then you have to get into like the other conspiratorial avenues that come with that. um Typically flat earth is one of the later conspiracies that people look into, so I think he's well on his way. He just might have to go through the process, right? So, but hey, man, it was a good conversation all in all. I don't mind it. I don't mind. I like talking about that stuff sometimes. I know it's not what I normally do, but I know about what we. I don't want to talk about it by name because it's what made me have to restart. Um, but I did enjoy that conversation for what it was worth. Uh, hmm. What's up, sweets? What's up, Eric? He was civil. Yeah, that's the most important thing to me, bro. If you can be peaceful and just engage, don't dismiss me before you even request up. That's beneficial, I think, you know. I think when they I think when people request 9 times out of 10, they've already dismissed this as an impossibility. They've already accepted as truth that the globe is the only model that works or whatever. So that's the fight that we fight, you know. That's the war that we fight. Is trying to persuade them out of what they already believe, you know. I was thinking the other night, like, your thoughts and your ideas should be malleable. It should be like clay. Like, you should never have too many thoughts that are made of solid stone and not like moldable or able to be remolded into something else. Like, you should be pretty flexible um, in what you believe, because your beliefs can always change, or at least they should be able to change. It's telling me a lot of people are joining my live, but not a lot of people are staying. I don't know, man. I think we're censored again. I'm not gonna lie. We had a good run, though. We had a good run while it lasted for like a couple weeks, I think, maybe. Um, Pretty sure it doesn't. I'm in that position again where it doesn't really matter which account I use or what happens. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get censored no matter what. It's unfortunate. I found an old video of Witsit on here debating Hasselblad on somebody else's panel, some other Globers panel, and they had like 4,000 viewers, which is interesting because even if you look at Globe lives today, they don't get anywhere near that. They don't even break 1,000. They don't even break 100 usually, you know. So it shows you that not only have they censored Flat Earth, but they've censored the Globers as well, which is interesting because if the globe was true, right, they wouldn't have censored the Globers, you know? Like, you would prop them up and censor the flat earthers, right? That's how you would do it logically. But they've censored both parties of this discussion. which means that they don't want this discussion to happen at all, which is a bit of a red flag if you're paying attention. In my opinion, I think that should stand out. I did have a guest, but they ran away. They couldn't wait for me to finish a thought. Go figure. No random questions yet? Did I restart? Yeah, I did. Sorry. I was looking for random questions from Globers, not you. I did restart. Yeah, I had misinformation violation. Even though what we were talking about, I was literally able to pull it up on Wikipedia. So it's kind of funny that that's misinformation, but I got reported for misinformation the other night too. It's like some guy said that flat earthers think that vacuums are the kind that suck, and it's like no, actually they're just low pressure systems. And I got reported for that as well. So you literally can't even tell the truth. Even if it fits the narrative, you can't tell the truth. It just depends on who you are, I guess. Only certain people are allowed to say things on this platform. It says a lot, man. It says a lot. It says a lot. I mean, if this doesn't go well, I'm actually kind of tired. I might just call it a night. We'll give it like a little bit and see if people start rolling in. The one with Zerka, I don't remember that one specifically, but I believe I've seen most, if not all, of his debates. At least all the ones on his channel and a few from like other people's channels. His debates used to be really good. That's where I learned a lot of what I know today, actually. Just from watching people. What's up, man? How old are you?
Nigger.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe we could find that guy and block him. I gotta get those people off my live as soon as possible. Brilliant, bro. Yep. It's a good way to start the live. I love it when it starts out that way. It's my favorite. I wouldn't change it for anything. What's up, Edward? How old are you?
I'm 23.
No, you're not. Peace, man. No, you're not. Yeah, no. No. He's lying. Yeah, lying. The hell is wrong with people? I don't know, man. What's up, Ice Cream? What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for coming. 70 viewers already, dude. That's crazy. Maybe we're not doing too bad. If we can avoid the people that are... If we can avoid the minors, you know? Like, God. So many of them. It's insane. Okay, this guy requested backup. It's a good chance to block him while he's doing that. Or she, honestly, that could have just as easily been a girl with Edward as a first name. Whatever. Never know these days. What's up? Coming out of your page. How old are you?
Cage, I'll be doing fine.
Yeah, how old are you?
26.
Okay, cool. With a name like that, I would hope so. So, what's up, bro? What brings you here?
So actually, I'm very curious to hear why you think the Earth is flat, but I also would say my reason why I don't believe it's flat.
So, which one do you want first?
Oh, it's up to you. It's your panel, brother.
Well, we experience the Earth as if it's flat and stationary. Water always finds its level, and airplanes don't adjust for curvature. So,
Well, so so my cousin personally is a pilot, and I actually had this talk with him too about the Earth being flat. And he said, if the Earth is flat, he goes, then how come I can see the curvature? He goes, why is it if two planes of like two CRJs or two Airbuses are both at 40,000 feet? He goes, why is it if one's way ahead of me, he looks like he's a little higher than me or a little lower? And he goes, it's the curvature of the Earth. And think of it this way.
it could just be perspective. Sometimes things will appear to drop as they get away from you. For example, like my hand will appear to get smaller as it moves away. Like that could happen.
We also were going
And
down.
you also what?
Oh, no, continue.
Yeah, you also don't see curvature from airplanes. So that's just not true.
What do you mean? How do you know? Go ahead.
Because even people like Neil deGrasse Tyson or anybody worth their salt would tell you that you're not nearly high enough to see curvature from that altitude. I can even Google pictures from airplane windows and just show you. We don't have to buy a plane ticket. You know what I mean? We could just use the internet. It's flat horizons, bro. No curvature.
So
You know what I mean?
I got a question for you
So
then. You know how your panel has the United States of North America right there?
what?
So if, so if the Earth is
Wait,
flat, right?
what are you talking about? What?
Oh no, like your thing, how it says the Earth is flat must be 21 plus that, and then underneath it shows the globe, but it has a cancel out sign.
Yeah, okay.
So if the Earth is flat, how can someone right start at California, fly left, and go to
You
China,
don't
then
you don't fly left, brother. You'd fly northeast, south, or west. If I'm facing you and I
so
tell you to
so
look
so let me
left,
ask you this: is that even a
uh,
relevant detail? Is that a
yeah,
relevant
objectively,
detail?
because we don't use left and right to determine like direction when we're navigating, because left is respective to the observer. Like if I was facing a mirror, left would be
Okay,
on
that no,
one
that's
side of
valid. No,
me.
that's valid.
Yeah,
That's
that's
valid.
very. I know it is. That's why I
So
brought
thank
it up.
so,
Thanks, man.
so
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for that correction. Thank
Yeah.
you for that correction. Okay,
Anyway, if
so
you travel westward
say,
or eastward, yeah, you'll end up in the same spot. Is that your question?
correct.
Okay, good.
So how is
Now
that?
what?
How is that flat?
Because your compass tethers to the north. So if you have a compass and a magnet in front of that compass, and you tether them, like you draw put a string on either side, right?
Hmm.
Anywhere you move that compass 90 degrees to the right of it would be eastward. 90 degrees like that would be eastward. So you would go this way. Your tether would keep pulling you in a circle. So you would end up circumnavigating. It's called It's circumnavigation. So it works on anything with a circumference.
Hmm. So
Hmm.
that still doesn't like again that you
That's
have to.
literally the
So
answer
so
to
let me
your
ask you this.
question, bro. I've been doing this for a
It's not.
decade. That's
It's
how the
what?
okay.
That's fine. Well, so ready? Yeah. Let me. All right. So ready? Yeah. Let me do this proper.
I was born ready, brother. I don't think you're ready, to be honest.
That's okay. You can think what you want. So you start here, right? How is it that I can do this? Like airplanes do this all the way around my body.
I just
How is that?
explained that.
You
I just
said that,
explained that.
but that doesn't make any like that. That's not 100%. You know,
Okay, so
that's not.
envision what I'm saying to you without interrupting me and trying to make no sense of it whatsoever. So try to make sense out of what I'm saying, right? If you have a
uh
compass in front of you, okay, or a compass in your
Can you
hand,
grab a
rather,
piece of pen and paper? Can you grab pen and paper? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
I can maybe bring it up on Google Paint. I don't. Can you do you not
Grab-
have the ability to envision what people are saying while they're talking?
So instead
This
of
is
you
not a
attacking that, you can
complicated.
just try. You can just try because this is what happens. People that have panels, they always get so.
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna try to explain it one more time without you getting like super emotional about it. Can we try that? Can you like control your emotions for a second and use your brain and envision what it is I'm describing to you? It's not difficult at all. It's like rudimentary imagination. Like you should have been able to figure this out when you were 5. Um,
Oh, you muted
and
me. Okay, yeah, because you're okay. So can you draw it up?
okay, yeah, he can't even figure out that he was muted. We're doing great. Anyway, moving on. That was not worth any of my time whatsoever. I explained circumnavigation. Your response was "nuh-uh," and then you explained how it works on a globe, which is literally identical to how it works on a flat Earth. You just don't understand latitude and longitude. You don't understand coordinates. You also thought that we could just go left or right and end up circumnavigating, which is not actually how you navigate. We don't navigate using left and right. That's preposterous. We'd end up all over the place if we did that. I had to remind a grown man what left and right was today, and why it's respective to the observer. And go figure, he didn't understand my explanation for circumnavigation. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, um, let's try. This guy looks like an adult. He said if you go left. Yeah, he definitely did. If you go left. We would not just go left, bro. If east or west was in a leftward direction relative to one person, it might not be leftward to another person. That's why you can't use that. You know what I mean? What's up, Daniel? How are you, buddy? How old are you? Imagine thinking you're right. Imagine being wrong.
Hello.
What's up, Daniel?
Hello.
What's up, man? How old are you? All right. That guy's stuck in the 50s. I don't know what's going on. You gotta call the call the doc and get the DeLorean up to 88 miles an hour just to have a conversation with him. I'm not doing all that. Fix your flux capacitor, brother. What's up, Infinity? You there, man? How old are you? I'm gonna bring this like to your attention one more time. You're on a TikTok live at 9 o'clock at night on the Eastern Pacific Standard Time. Do you have anything you'd like to say, like your age? Okay. Tonight might be an educational night. I might just play through some like TikTok videos and show you guys a bunch of different stuff on like what you live on. You know, tonight might be. Look at the satellite images, bro. Literally Google pictures of satellites and get back to me. If you still believe that, then this is not for you. You're not made for this. You're not built for this. This is what it is, bro. Some of us have eyes to see. Some of us just see what we're told we see. What's up, Hope?
How you doing?
What's up, man? I guess I don't have to ask your age. You sound old enough to have this conversation. What brings you here tonight?
Well, thank you. I'm 41, so just a prop. It's just you know, what is your intake on how the Earth is flat? That's a one. That's a one I want to learn.
Yeah, I mean, you experience the Earth as if it is flat and stationary. We treat the Earth as if it is flat and stationary in everything that we do in regards to engineering and infrastructure. We don't adjust for curvature in any technological or mechanical sense. And water always finds its level, so I don't think the Earth can be a sphere.
Okay, so water, and mechanics, and I mean, like, what about mountains and everything?
That's called topography. That would be sort of. It's not exactly
Topography,
the
is that
question
a
I want
scientific term?
to. It's a geographical term.
Okay,
It
geographical.
it
Thank you.
means highs and lows. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Not
What
really
about
go off to a great start. Go ahead though.
No. I'm asking questions. I'm not trying to
Mm-hmm.
discourage or anything, and I'm just respectfully asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My next question is um how old were you when you first started believing the Earth was flat?
I was 20.
20 years old. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And who made you believe that the Earth is flat? Because people
Me.
don't. You did. Okay, you did.
Yeah.
So you found this out
You're
by
the only
yourself,
one that
right?
can. I'm sorry. Can somebody else change your mind, or is that something that you would have to do as an individual? You have to change your own
You're
mind, right?
absolutely right. No, actually, you're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
that would.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So.
That makes sense. So,
Mm-hmm.
so nobody can change their mind, though, right?
If there was
Nobody can change their mind.
evidence, I didn't say that. I said if that's a straw man, and it's almost like a poisoning the well kind of thing. You're not really here in good faith. It doesn't seem.
No.
Um,
I am here in good faith.
I
I
really just
respect
want to
everybody.
answer that. That's cool, bro. I just want to like
Well, either
respond to
my
that briefly.
apologies. Either way, my apologies. My apologies.
Yeah. Anyway, no. If there was direct evidence that the Earth was physically curving 8 inches per mile squared at the surface, I would adhere to that. Or if the Earth was proven to be in motion, and if every interferometry test that we've done in the past over 100 years hadn't failed in its attempts to prove that the Earth was in motion, I would probably believe the Earth was in motion if there was actually some sort of scientific experiment that proved that the Earth was in motion.
Okay.
I just haven't stumbled across anything in my 10 years of research that definitively proved that the Earth was a sphere.
Okay. No, that's good. So now that we got the other established, we got to establish that one, well, you were 20 years old. Two, you study it for over 10 years, and three, you have never found any evidence that the Earth is not flat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. So I'm gonna ask
Okay.
you some basic questions. Very basic questions.
Yeah, go. I mean, by
Look
all
at,
means,
I mean,
God forbid you just provide evidence that the Earth is a sphere. No, don't do that. Just ask me a bunch of non sequiturs.
no, no,
Continue.
no, no,
Go.
no, 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 no. I'm not here. I'm not here to offend or anything like that. I'm here to learn. I'm always here to
Um,
learn about everybody. Um,
really, what have you learned so far?
that you spent 10 years. That
No, what have you learned about? What have you learned about like the Earth? Not about me. What have you learned about the Earth?
facts, real facts, like actual that
Like what?
there's an atmosphere. There's an atmosphere.
Where? When in that conversation did you learn that? When in our
No, see,
conversation did
now
that
you're
come
talking
up?
about the conversation. You're talking about the conversation. I'm talking about
Oh,
you asked me a personal question.
yeah. I asked you what you've learned so far. Get out of here, bro. You're meaningless in this forum. You're so meaningless. You're so far beneath me. It's insane. Twice my age. Oh, not twice my age. 1.5 times my age. Regardless, though. It's crazy how grown men act like children. It's really sad. He sounded like Elmer Fudd too. I had to like really refrain from saying that the whole time I was talking to him, but here's what it is, man. Appreciate 100 viewers, almost 20K. We're doing good, guys. I appreciate it. Timic, nah, I'm not. No, you're done, bro. You don't get to talk to flat earthers anymore. I wish every flat earther would block you. You've been doing this for too long, bro. It's been like 6 months. Haven't learned a thing. You haven't learned a thing, Timic, whatever your name is. However, your name is Timic. Sounds like you have. It sounds like your mother had Tourette's when she tried to name you Timothy. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, what's up, Tyler? That's a real good name. Yes, I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. What's up?
Yeah, bro. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Perfect. What brings you here, friend?
I just got one question for you, all right?
Sure.
All right, so if I were to have the ability to prove to you that the Earth is not flat, would you still believe it?
Yeah, I was just saying to the last guest that my model incorporates what's called falsifiability, which means that that's actually what makes something scientific, is if it can be falsified. That's what falsifiability means. You have to have something that can potentially falsify it. So, for example, you could prove that the Earth was curving 8 inches per mile squared. You could prove that the Earth was in motion. That would falsify my belief. And you could also prove that gravity is the cause for downward acceleration. Can I ask you the same question? What would falsify the globe?
Wait, I don't know if you cut out or not that last part of the question you had for me.
Yeah, what would falsify the globe?
Oh, like for me to believe the Earth is flat?
No, just what would falsify the globe? What would prove that we don't live on a sphere?
Oh, I don't know, man. I just go by what they tell me.
Not good. Shouldn't do that. I advise against that.
Well, honestly, man, that's all I got. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's space and shit. You take that away from me, bro. I ain't got nothing.
Please don't swear. That's not necessary.
Shoot.
Anyway, do you have anything that definitively proves that we're on a sphere, moving at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, orbiting the sun at 60,000 miles an hour, or do you just believe that because anonymous authority, basically?
I say anonymous authority, dog. I'm a full-blown sheep.
All right. Well, at least he admits it, I guess. Really wish you hadn't done that, or wish you had some level of autonomy. You should Google the definition of autonomy. It means to govern your own mind. And then when you look into like the word government, it means mind control, govern the mental, govern the mind. So you really should take power over your own mind and learn how to govern it yourself. Especially at the age of 27, it's kind of embarrassing for those around you to have to wonder if you're going to make the right decisions. But hey, I mean, whatever. To each their own, I suppose. Although the guests are getting more and more pathetic as we proceed. This is not fun. I'm not gonna lie, this is not much fun. Historical beliefs not stating that the Earth is actually flat. I don't know what you're on about, brother. I have not brought up history a single time. Most of what I bring up is stuff that can be done in the modern day. None of it is belief-based either. It's all evidence-based. So, it's weird, though, how you guys, like, purposely misunderstand everything we say. Because there's no way you accidentally misunderstand. I'm, like, very concise, very articulate. Communicate with me, it's typically your fault. Because I'm very good at communicating with people. Can meet you where you are intellectually, Hold on. I think I gotta mute this one guy because he's been here way too much. Apollo, so yeah, that no, you dude, Leonard. What are you doing, bro? You get on TikTok and type a bunch of comments. I imagine you live alone. Just don't really think good things about you, buddy. Having lag? I'm sorry, man. It's because I'm hotspotting off my computer. I can turn my hotspot off. Yo, Nitty, bro. I just saw what you did, bro. Thank you, man. Hold on. Let me turn off my hotspot. I guess we don't need it. Globers aren't going to accept any evidence that I give them anyway. This doesn't really matter much, right? Globers are going to ask me for all the evidence in the world to believe what's right in front of them, but when I ask them for evidence to believe something that only exists in the form of a fiction, it's like their mind explodes. They don't know what to do. It's pretty sad. Anyway, globe proof here? Doubt it. That's doubtful. I'm gonna hover over the... What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
What's up? How old are you?
Me, I'm 30.
Okay, me too. So what's up?
Nice. I just wanted to present globe proof.
Oh, you're the guy, bro. You're the guy. You're the guy. I love you, man. You're amazing. Here, let me big box you just for the vibes. That
Globe
one,
proof.
oh no, we can't. Oh, we get that
Oh,
off my screen, bro. We can't. I muted you and turned off your. I'm sorry, bro. Now I can't trust you. You gotta go. Like that. That's too much, man. I'm sorry. I still, if you can hear me, I'll wait. I'll wait a second because I know TikTok. I still respect you, and you're still a homie, and that is very, 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 very funny. However, it's just not. I cannot be putting that up here, bro. I get censored enough as it is. I appreciate your time and you being here, though, and I appreciate that you're the only person that even attempts to prove that the Earth is a sphere. The people who believe it don't even try as hard as you. It's amazing. But I respect you, bro, and I'm grateful that you came in. No hard feelings, I promise you. I'm not the type to be like mad at you over something like that. I find it funny. I just can't have that up here for. No, that just cannot be permitted. I'm sorry, buddy. I did not actually mean to mute you either. I meant to turn off your camera. I just pressed the wrong button. So hopefully you can forgive the confusion. I just pressed buttons at random to try to get you off, get that picture off as soon as possible. No hard feelings, like I said, bro. I'm gonna have to remember your name so that I don't end up bringing you up here again. No offense, but I can't bring up too many flat earthers. You're gonna end up proving that we live on a water ball too, and I can't have that. I gotta confirm my bias somehow, you know. If what the Globers say is true, then we just deny evidence, right? That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to deny evidence. So I can't bring you up here anymore. I have to actually deny you from coming up here because you provide too much evidence. What was the pick? Doesn't matter. It's X-rated. It was funny though. It was funny. It was a pair of gloves. Yeah. Okay, this guy tried to come up here earlier and he like wouldn't connect or something. I don't remember what the issue was, but what's up,
Yo, what's
there?
good?
Yo, how old are you, man?
I'm 25, bro.
If we were on Maury, do you think the lie detector test would determine that was the truth?
I'm literally 25. I turned 25 April
It's not a
12th.
yes or no. That's not a yes or no. That doesn't sound like a yes or no to me. It sounds like you're trying to like convince me of your lie instead of just like answering it honestly. Oh well. He is the father. What was the reference that I made earlier to the Back to the Future movie? I don't know if anybody caught that. I feel like that one was a pretty good one too, but I said something about like the dude was in the past. We gotta hop in the DeLorean just to find him. I forget what I said. Movie references, man. What's up, Immortal? I used to play Gears of War with a guy named Immortal. He was okay at it. How old are you?
53.
Perfect. What brings you here?
I got a question for you. And I've been researching the flat earth for a while. And I will agree that there's a lot more proof that it is flat. But I was going to ask, can you explain uh, how an eclipse works on the flat Earth model.
Which one? Which eclipse?
Any of them.
Well, a solar eclipse is just the moon moving in front of the sun. I don't think that one's too hard to figure out. But then you got like the lunar eclipse. That one, there's a guy on YouTube named Joseph Hanvey. I still have not done this. I haven't looked at it myself yet, but he was telling me and a few other people that he modeled on a small scale, like the coffee cup caustic, sort of like causing an eclipsing effect on the moon. However, I have not independently looked at it myself, but I trust that guy. He's pretty smart when it comes to modeling stuff out. So,
And what did you say his name was again?
Joe Hanvey. He's both
Joe
on
Hanvey.
here, and he's both on here, and he's on the YouTube.
Okay. Another thing, and I'm not like a scientist or a science guy or anything, but don't gyroscopes prove the motion of the Earth?
No, they maintain their rigidity in space, bro. In fact, they prove that the Earth's not curving too. They, because the airplanes have gyroscopes with the attitude indicator, and if that was the case, when the airplane tilted down, if it were to tilt down over the curve, the gyroscope would represent that in the data. But it doesn't. It's just a straight travel. It maintains rigidity. It's perfectly stable. They actually call it straight and level flight. Airplanes make no manual or technological adjustments for physical Earth curves, so that actually definitively proves that we're not on a sphere. But
And yeah, I get that. Last thing, neutrinos.
yeah, I mean, show me one.
Okay, and I agree with you there. So, I think I'm leaning more towards the flat side. And thank you for your time.
That's good, man. If you're ever interested, I can send you some flat Earth information. Just reach out to me anytime, DM, or come back on the live. All right?
I got you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. You take care of yourself.
Bye. You too.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy. He's going to be a flat earther, guys. He's going to figure out that the Earth's sitting still. He's going to get there. Quite the guest. Hold on. What are we typing in my comments, bro? Get out of here, man. What are you talking about? I love when people are like, are you doing this or that? It's like, brother, I've been sober for I don't even know how long. It's been several years. It's not even like, it's such a weird, like, dismissive thing to say to somebody, too, because you're probably the one doing the exact thing that you're accusing me of, right? Of doing, right? Like, it's such projection, bro. Anyway. Okay, we got Pete. Respect. Thank you. Sobriety is no big deal. At least not for me. Not for me. For some people, yes, sobriety is, like, amazing, right? Because it's way more difficult. For me, I just kind of walked away from my old lifestyle. It was nothing ridiculously profound or anything. I just kind of gave up on doing things that I used to do. I wasn't, like, particularly, like, addicted or anything. You there, buddy? Teacupping on my live there, Pete? Wasting my precious audience members' time and my own. And your own as well. Just wasting your own time. Yeah. I respect it. I respect it. You don't get to waste too much of our time, though. These are important people. We're looking for globe Earth evidence, man. We're trying to find out if the Earth is in motion, and I think it might be. I think there might be evidence that the Earth is moving. We just gotta find the right people, bro. We just gotta figure out where these people are. Somebody knows how to prove it. I guarantee it, bro. Somebody has to know that there's an experiment that I just haven't heard of in 10 years of research that proves that the Earth is orbiting the sun. It's got to be very simple. I probably just overlooked it. It was on like page 3 of Google. Maybe I only went to page 2. I don't know. Like it's got to be out there somewhere. Yeah. We'll find it, guys. We'll find it. I'm very hopeful that one day I'll be able to believe that the Earth is orbiting the sun again. Then I can start sun worshiping, and it'll be great. Yeah. Why do you believe the Earth is not a globe? Because NASA said what? What an oxymoron of a sentence. We're not addressing that. If you fly a plane left, it proves it. What about what? What? Dude, that's two people tonight who think that left is like a real direction that we use in navigation. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. That's two people. Just for that, Robert, I don't think we can allow you to communicate. You're gonna end up, people are gonna believe what you're saying, and we can't have that. You're not correct at all. There's plenty of Globers that would laugh at what you just said, you know? Like you need to read a book. Maybe start with like The Cat in the Hat or something, I don't know. Curious George is maybe up your alley. I don't know. Host is rage baiting. Alright, you're still mad. I get it, bro. You were here mad last night. Why'd you choose to come back and be mad 2 nights in a row? What happened? You got something going on, like psychologically, where you do you enjoy feeling angry? Some people do, like psychologically, bro. Some people actually enjoy feeling mad, so they'll do things that like frustrate them. I don't understand it, but like it is a real thing. Like some people enjoy being angry, so they'll put themselves in scenarios where they know that they'll get pushed back or they'll get like, insulted or whatever. It's just to give them an excuse. I guess maybe it's the adrenaline. Now that I think about it, that would make the most sense, like the cortisol. But it's a real thing. Like some people actually enjoy being angry and they like always look for excuses to get angry. It's a lot of like gaslighting and manipulation as well. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I think I've talked to this guy before and he wasn't that bad, but I don't remember, man. What's up, bro? How old are you? In his pocket, I think. Are you there? Okay. Yep. Requested from inside of his esophagus, actually. I stand corrected. Yeah, whatever works. WTH indeed. Okay. All my guests are people that were already up here. Rule of thumb, everybody gets one. Some of these people aren't worth speaking to twice. That's my... I will die on that hill. Some of these people are only worth having one conversation with. Once you've done that, you can move on to other people. That's my 2 cents on the issue. Gravity don't work on a flat Earth? You're right. Gravity doesn't work on a globe Earth either because it doesn't exist. A very profound thought. Holy crap, guys. 60,000 likes already almost. You guys are crazy, man. Dude, I love you guys. Did I tell you that I love you guys yet today? You are loved and you are appreciated. I love each and every one of you, man. You guys are really cool. You guys are very supportive of this live. It means a lot. It exists? Proven? Who proved it and how? When did that happen? This morning, maybe? I appreciate your live. I appreciate you being here, man.
Yo,
What's up, bro? How old are you, man?
I'm 28.
Okay, cool. What brings you here?
Are you flat earthers? The earth is flat?
I am flat earther singular, not plural.
Oh,
Catching on kind of slow, not off to a great start. Any other questions?
I mean, how do you explain time zones and sunsets?
They're arbitrary. Whoa, those are 2 entirely different things. Time zones are arbitrary man-made societal constructs that don't physically exist. It's just representative of like geopolitical locations, or not geopolitical, but geographical locations on Earth, and what the political entities that control those geographical locations would like the time of day to be. Like, for example, Arizona doesn't celebrate daylight savings. They don't do daylight savings, and neither does Hawaii. It's all up to like the indigenous people there and their leaders and what they choose to identify as regards to time zones. Sunsets, the sun just moves away from you while the earth sits still, bro. It's exactly what you experience every day. Anything else?
Yeah, but why wouldn't the sun be like some sort of spotlight if the earth was flat?
You
like
think
a
the sun
stage?
would turn into a lamp if the earth was flat?
Not a lamp, but a spotlight
Oh.
kind of thing, right?
Why would it behave like a spotlight all of a sudden? Why?
because the Earth is flat.
Would it be
presumably.
would it be like an LED spotlight if the Earth was flat? I'm confused. What do you mean?
I mean, on a flat Earth, we
Uh-huh.
can.
I got that part.
Why would the sun? Why would the sun? How would the sun fall below the
I don't know. I
horizon?
don't think the sun ever. I don't. Have you ever seen the sun fall? Can I get a 1 in chat if we've ever seen the sun fall? I don't think
Not
I've ever seen
fall.
it fall.
You haven't
Oh.
seen a sunset?
Sunsets. Oh, you said sun falling. That was two different things. No, I mean it just moves away from you because of convergence. It appears to drop to the horizon. Yeah, that's what everything does if it's above you. So that's not really evidence that the Earth is curving or flat. It would happen equally on both surfaces, whether it be flat or curved.
Could you explain that? What
I
would
just did. Was that not good? Like, because your eyes observe things to converge, right? As light travels to your eyes, the way that we take it in, things appear to converge. Like, think of a hallway, like the walls are going to appear to converge inwards on themselves. Railroad tracks do the same thing. They're actually parallel to each other, but they appear to converge. And if the ceiling of a hallway would appear to drop down, so would the sun, because the sun is also above you. So this is
Why do you think?
recreatable on a flat. What? Go ahead.
So you're saying it's an optical illusion?
I didn't say that. I said it's naturally how we observe it. It's not an illusion, bro. It's literally what you observe.
But on a flat Earth, you can't
Oh.
explain it without saying some
Oh,
sort
I
of
just did.
optical
So
illusion.
how does that work? How can I not explain it when I've already done it twice?
Your
How can
explanation sounded like an optical illusion. A train track
Oh,
appears
it's
to,
just
right?
so it's just an appeal to incredulity. Like my argument is something that or I'm sorry, an appeal to ignorance. Like my argument is something that you yourself don't understand, therefore it can't be possible. That's really like a not a me problem thing. You should look
Well,
into
I
like the
don't.
natural laws of. Oh,
Me not understanding it is one possible option,
I think
or
it's
you
I
could
think
just
it's
be wrong.
the explanation, right? Can I get a 1 in chat if he's just not getting it? Perhaps maybe we could like use the power of consensus since we're using sophistry to back up our claims.
Okay, let me try another example, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
shift the goalpost too while you're at it.
no, I mean what I really struggle with the flat Earth thing is why would basically every I don't know, like why would the
Couldn't tell you,
Soviets
bro. I
and
don't know why they're lying. I can summarize your argument in like 5 words. Why are these people lying to me? I don't know why
yeah,
they lie to me,
exactly.
bro. I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they like you. I think they do like weird stuff with kids. Some stuff like that came out in this. What was that guy's
What?
name? Jeffrey Epstein. Do you ever hear about that? That was a
What
crazy
the
thing.
hell
I
does
mean, if
that have
those
to
are
do with the Earth being flat?
Oh, so that like these are the people that you're asking who these are the same people that you're asking like why would they lie? That's the relevance, right? Like you're asking why
No,
would
the
those
question is
people lie? Oh.
no. My question was why would the Soviets and the Americans be
Oh, you think
perpetuating the
we're
same
like
lie? Why would they
geopolitical
be on the same side?
adversaries? Like, when was the last time you turned off your TV?
Okay, so are you saying the Soviets and the Americans were on the same side?
I'm saying that none of that actually matters. The evidence suggests that the Earth is not curving and non-rotating. And that's like that's why people like you never actually focus on what matters in this discussion. There's a lot of ways to definitively prove the shape of the Earth. Instead, you go as far as to appeal to like groups of people or anonymous groups of people that you yourself have never met, never confirmed any of what they said. So you're just appealing to that. And then when I give you an alternate explanation, you appeal to ignorance on your own accord because you're not smart enough to understand it. And we end up going in circles. You should probably just try to figure out if the Earth is curving or not, brother. It's pretty simple.
Okay, maybe I'm just dumb to understand your scientific explanations. What I'm having a hard time wrapping around, I mean, I'm stupid.
Hey, buddy,
okay,
these
let's
people
grant
send
that.
your children to fight their wars for you, or for your wars for them. Do you
I
trust
don't
them?
have children. Sorry,
Oh, okay. So you're the
I'm not
exception
married.
to all of the people that do have kids that are going to potentially get drafted.
No, my question
And
is,
then
I'm trying to understand the scale of the conspiracy.
I don't
So
know. I'm
you
trying
could
to
help
point
me
out
out here.
evidence that I'm trying to point out like the evidence of the conspiracy, right? There's evidence that there's a lie taking place. There's evidence that the Earth's not a sphere. But you don't want to seem to talk about that. You don't seem to want to discuss that. You don't like
the
evidence?
scale of the conspiracy would
Yeah, none
have
of
to
that
be
matters really.
very
It's
ma-
actually
of,
completely.
of course
Yeah,
it
no, it
matters,
really.
bruh.
No, it doesn't. I
You're telling
promise
me
you, it
I've been
doesn't.
lied to all my life. I want to find out.
Well,
Like,
welcome to flat Earth. But no, none of that actually matters. The Earth is not curving. Water always seeks its level. Airplanes don't adjust for curvature. Infrastructure doesn't take curvature into consideration. Every plane
slow
surveying
down, Jesus
measurement
Christ,
ever
man.
had to.
It's like you
Jesus
have
isn't
to
going to
slow
save you.
down.
Not every plane surveying measurement that's ever been taken had to assume that the Earth was flat and stationary. That's literally how we build infrastructure and how we get the measurements that we use to build infrastructure. This is the stuff that actually matters. You're off in like philosophy and like psychology. None of that actually bears fruit in this conversation. That's where you're going wrong,
Sure,
right?
but
Like you're
I'm
like, let me ask you this.
I'm
Let me just
trying to trust you. Hear me out for a second.
I no.
Right? I see on like the Artemis tour thing, right?
Oh
They
God.
released. I'm being genuine with you. I'm serious. They took pictures of the Earth from the moon, right? And the Earth looks like a globe.
Yeah. What's the point of me talking sometimes? I swear. It's like, doesn't matter what I say. Like, but I saw it on TV. So all of your engineering, all of your technology, all of your infrastructure, every airplane that's ever flown, none of that matters. I saw it on TV, bro. So that trumps everything for some reason. Good argument, bro. Brilliant. I'm a Clober now. That was an agent? Question mark. Not a clue, man. Not a clue. Not a clue. Johnny's here when he got banned from my live last night. You guys, I gotta, there's something about you trolls, man. Something. Something about you guys, man. You guys got too much spare time. It's almost like you're being incentivized somehow, like monetarily even, to come here. Like,
Yo, you're a fucking faggot. Yo, kill yourself, you faggot.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Oh, that's a little abrasive. I don't think that
Oh,
was
faggot.
entirely.
Shut up, faggot. Shut up. What's funny, pussy? What?
I love it. That's hilarious. That's brilliant, bro. Honestly, I'm a Goldbergist just because of that. I love his passion. That was very passionate of you. To get very, very, very angry. That would definitely prove the shape of the Earth to me. Yeah. I think he just proved that the Earth was in motion, too, while you're at it. Just give him everything. You blocked him? Yeah, I blocked him too. Such conviction, dude. It was just like the most compelling and most reasonable argument. I wish I could have heard him out longer. Triggered? Yeah, I don't know. Something's wrong with that guy. I don't think his dad gave him any hugs. I don't know. It's okay though. You know, you'll get over it once you learn to like forgive yourself for things that you're holding against yourself. It's part of growing up. You'll get there, bud. You'll get there, or you won't, and you'll just be a bitter old man, maybe an alcoholic or something. I don't know. I can't predict the future, but I would suggest you get over it. Because you're taking out a lot of your own internalized trauma against me and like other strangers on the internet because it makes you feel superior for however long it takes me to remove you from a TikTok panel. I wouldn't suggest that realm. That's not exactly like, or that route. That's not exactly therapeutic, but in the short term, sure, it'll make you feel great. But then when you're alone at night with your thoughts, it's not going to help you there, buddy. It's not going to help you there. You got to start to forgive and forget. It's okay. You can forgive people without an apology. It can be done. It can be done. I've done it. It works. Anyway. Life lessons from Solly. How about that? What's up, Mountain? Some guy reminded me of Exist earlier. He was like, hey, the Earth's not flat because there's mountains. And I was like, holy crap. He's right. Anyway, what's up? What brings you to the live, brother?
Yeah, man, you're a retarded nigger lover. You should kill yourself, you fucking retard. Stupid nigger lover.
Okay, bro, man. Alright, maybe we could find him and block him as well. If that's the direction this live is going in, I don't think we're going to continue. It's okay, though. We had a few good conversations, I think. Yeah, WTF, bro. I don't know. I can't. I was saying this to, I think Angels, I don't remember who I was saying this to, but like, when I was a kid, bro, like when I was the most likely to be a troll, right? Like I know we didn't have the internet the way we do today, but we're still like Xbox and stuff, right? I never did anything like that. So like I don't even understand that mentality. And in other words, what I'm saying is I can't even empathize with you because in order to empathize with somebody, you have to at least kind of understand where they're coming from, right? Like I cannot even empathize with you because there's never even existed a version of me that would do something like that. Not in childhood, not in adolescence, not at all. Just never existed. So I literally cannot even empathize with what you're doing. It just seems off to me that you would behave that way, especially as an adult, right? If you were a kid, I could like kind of give you benefit of the doubt a little bit, right? It's like, okay, you're a kid, you got some stuff to learn, whatever, right? But you're an adult, man, and that's that. I can't empathize with that. I guess that's the short summary of it all. Never be able to understand their program different. I don't even know if it's that. I think some of these people like secretly hate themselves, like actually. Because I've met some people that like you wouldn't expect it, but then like when you get to see who they really are, it's like the way that they act and the things that they do and how emotional they are. It all comes from like an underlying hatred of the self. Like they're not comfortable with where they are. They're not comfortable with who they are. They're not comfortable with the things that they do. That's what a lot of this comes from. But I'm no like psychologist or psychiatrist. Truthfully speaking, I couldn't tell you the difference between the two without Googling it. I do often get them confused, but that is just like the basics of it though, isn't it? Like typically it's almost like bullies in school, like on the schoolyard. Like they bully you, like the bullies will bully the smart kid because they know that they're not as intelligent, right? Or the bullies will bully the skinny kid because they know that they're overweight or whatever, right? It's always like some internalized thing that they can't stand about themselves. And instead of just changing yourself and making yourself a better person, you just attack people who have the characteristics that you wish you had. What you hate in me is missing in you, kind of thing. Shout out to Russ. But anyway, I digress. Disgusting. That's one. Yeah, that's in summary, in one word, in a nutshell. Yeah, that summarizes it perfectly, actually. Bit sassy. I mean, I love you, bro, but you bring the heat, so they're jealous of your wits. It's possible. I know I was on Kilgore's live earlier, and he lasted 5 minutes before he gave up talking to me. I thought it was hilarious. He ran away. I literally screen recorded it. It's not even worth posting anywhere because he gave up after 5 minutes. That's funny. And the only reason I went there, I had him blocked, but if you guys know Flat Earth on here, he invited me, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll go up there and see what I can do. And he lasted 5 minutes, and he tried everything. He tried like character assassination. He tried saying that flat earthers are into flat earth because of some sort of like trauma from their childhood. And I didn't address any of that. I was just like, yo, you want to talk about the subject matter or no? Like, you don't want to talk about the earth curving or moving? And like, he eventually just got so sick of that. He kept trying to take it in like this philosophical direction. And I was like, no, we're not doing all that, bro. And he got tired of it and just dropped me. And then he brought up some dude who told him that he read Flat Earth in a Bible. And I was like, oh yeah, that'll work. That'll convince him. Yeah. Genius. Anyway. Just attention seekers, yeah. They need Globe for evolution, if evolution is real. I mean, it all ties together. I do agree with that. I would say the Globe and evolution would be like symbiotic, similar to how the Globe and gravity are symbiotic. Like they both depend on each other in one way or another to exist. But yeah, you're right. In summary, yeah, you're right. Mileta's main work is titled... Oh, yeah, actually, I have seen that. I have that in my Google Drive somewhere. Somewhere that's in there. I have a couple things that are, like old government documents, NASA documents with, like, Flat Earth in the name or Flat Earth in the depiction. Mickey, you there? No?
Yo.
No? Oh, okay, cool. What's up, man? How old are you?
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. How old are you?
28.
Okay, good. What's up, man? What brings you here?
Just curious what your viewpoint is on the moon then, because that sort of informs my argument why Earth isn't flat. Do you believe the
think
moon and the other planets are flat?
You think the Earth is a sphere because you looked at the moon?
No.
Why didn't you look at the Earth?
No, that's not what I'm saying. And that's not what I asked.
Oh. Yeah, no, that would be really silly. I thought you were looking at the moon to figure out if the Earth was curving. That would be ridiculous. Okay, go ahead. My bad. I misunderstood.
Right. But do you think the moon is flat?
I don't know. I don't think. Oh, you're doing the thing again where you're talking about something other than the object in question. What are you doing, man? We're trying to figure out if the Earth is curving. What's going on?
Right. So if I look through my glasses and see a cup, am I not seeing a cup?
Probably. But if that cup was sitting on a flat table, is the table a cup too?
That's absolutely not what I've suggested at all. And your inability to answer whether the moon is flat.
It's directly analogous to what you're suggesting, right? You're looking at the sky, making an observation at a luminary, and assuming that what you're standing on is exactly the same. So by your own logic, if you were looking at a cup on a table, everything in the house would be a cup too, right? No, that's not logical at all. That's why it sounds silly when I repeat it back to you. So do you have evidence that the Earth is curving or no?
I have absolutely evidence, which you don't.
Oh.
You're trying to prove a negative. You're trying to prove that the Earth is flat when you actually don't have any evidence of that.
Did you just acknowledge that I have the negative claim and thus...
You're trying to prove something that is not true, and you actually don't have any evidence for it, and you're asking people to provide evidence for why you're wrong. And
I'm just, I don't know.
And that's why you're...
Okay, all right. I'm going to repeat what you just... Okay. He said, like me, you're trying to prove something that's not true. I wanted to repeat that in case anybody in the audience missed it. He said, and I quote, verbatim, like me, you're trying to prove something that's not true. So he just admitted that he's trying to prove something that's not true. And I guess pre-assumed that flat Earth's not true to like back up that argument. Not exactly the best way to open a debate, but that was not worth my time, objectively. If I mute you and you don't like take the hint that maybe you should chill out and not be as emotional as you are, and if you're also going to admit that what you're trying to prove is not true, well, you just kind of, by proxy, you just debunked yourself. I mean, you just admitted that what you're... I don't have to say that out loud a third time. I don't think we need to hear that again. That was sad. That was really sad. What a crazy individual. Lost his mind. He was trying to figure out that the Earth was curving by looking at the sky. What a silly guy. What a silly person. What are you doing?
Hello.
What's up, guy? How old are you, buddy?
What's up? I'm 30.
Okay, cool. Me too. What's up, man? What brings you to the TikTok live tonight?
No, I just respectfully, I thought it was a joke when people believed the Earth was flat. Because if the Earth was flat, we'd be able to see Mount Everest every day.
That's not true at all. There's
How
quite
so?
a few things. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, just as my hand appears to get smaller as I move it away from the camera, so would Mount Everest as you move away from it. So eventually it would decrease below the angular resolvability of your eye. You wouldn't be able to see it anymore. And that alone would suffice, not being able to see Mount Everest from every location on Earth, on top of the fact that light attenuates, such as the light reflected from Mount Everest would attenuate in the medium that it's traveling through, that being the atmosphere, proportionally to distance, right? Inversely proportional to distance, so it would not be visible forever also. So that's just logically not sound and scientifically irrational. So anything else?
I mean, I'm not a scientist, but I know that every scientist says that the Earth is round. Yeah, I trust the people.
Can you name a scientist that you're appealing to?
I don't know, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What did he do to prove the shape of the Earth? What did he do?
He's an astronomer. He studies.
Yeah, he looked at stuff that wasn't the Earth, and he proved the shape of the Earth. What a great guy! That's a really
what about an astronaut who actually went up there themselves?
Oh, I don't know. How many astronauts have there been besides like Buzz Aldrin, Edward Collins, and what's the other guy's name? Somebody help me out here. Help me out here. I don't want to shit the bed. Oops, I don't mean to cuss. Just appealing to authority isn't exactly the greatest argument. Surely we can at least agree on that, right? Do you have evidence that the Earth is curving, or no?
No, you're just talking fast. But I'm saying, like, would you like an account? Right, but I'm saying, like, a doctor. Would you trust a doctor? I mean, not all doctors are good, but like for the most
No,
part,
I wouldn't trust just any random doctor. In fact, I haven't been to a doctor since I was like a teenager. I don't go to doctors, and I actually never get sick. Funny that. Anyway, that's a complete false equivalency, by the way. Do you have something logically sound that you want to provide to this argument, or do you just want to keep using sophistry?
you just don't agree with what I'm saying, and you're trying to
You're right,
make me say
because
something
it's not
else.
logically sound.
It is logically sound. It makes sense. It's relevant to what we're saying.
No,
It's an
false
analogy.
equivalency fallacy.
An analogy is relevant to our topic, what we're talking about. I'm saying a
appealing
doctor
to anonymous, appealing to authority, appealing to anonymous authority, and
I'm
appeal
saying,
or not appeal.
would you do heart surgery on yourself?
Why is again with the false equivalency? Thanks for reminding me of the other fallacy that you used. By the
But
way,
I'm
I
saying,
appreciate
like,
that. Yeah,
why?
Why are you? What are you talking about, bro? Do you have evidence that the Earth is curving, or do you just want to keep giving false equivalency fallacies? You gonna compare it to an engineer next? What are you gonna do next? You're very unpredictable in nature. I don't agree with your methods. Can you figure out that you're muted? Probably talking the whole time I'm talking, not listening to a word I'm saying. Common.
All right.
Common with these people.
You muted.
Evidence.
I mean, that's kind of a
you
weak
catch
move.
on very quickly. I had to point it out to you that you were muted. You're doing great. Do you have evidence that the Earth is curving or no?
Ships on the horizon disappear at the horizon. They don't stay there.
They don't stay there. Sometimes
Empire State Building.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
There are
Sometimes
different
boats
time
move,
zones.
right?
The shadow, the lunar eclipse. You can see the Earth's shadow.
One thing at
There's
a time.
so much. There's a lot of evidence. I mean, I'm not an expert, so I can just give you the things that are common sense. Anything else beyond that, I can't really tell you. But I'm just giving you the common sense stuff.
Okay. Well, are you done? Are you done?
Listen.
Which would you like to? Okay. All right. You're not. Are you done now?
Sure.
Okay, good. You want to address boats first? Is that where we're going with this? I have to log into my
No, I mean, you're gonna try to give me a bunch
You don't
of.
want to address the claims that you brought up?
All right, dude. You're delusional. Respectfully, you're delusional because I mean, everybody on Earth believes.
I'm not gonna let you poison the well. If you want to address the claims that you made, we can do that. But I'm not gonna let you just like assassinate my character because that's your own emotional bias coming out. Like, if you want to address the claims that you made, and we can talk about why boats appear to disappear bottom up, or any object, honestly. Like,
I don't want to be dragged
I think
into.
I have a video on here that you won't watch. You'll talk the whole time I'm doing it, and it'll be a great waste of everyone's time. But I'm gonna do it anyway, just to like really set this in that you're not paying any attention. So
you're talking more than me.
That's like, I don't know. I feel like it's been pretty 50-50. Would you agree that this is like above the quote unquote horizon, and then it appears to disappear bottom up? Well, what happened? Is the table curving? No.
What about Mount Everest? All right, I'm talking about Mount.
Put it on Mount Everest. So increase the height. This is exactly what I'm saying. These people don't This is okay. So I get told a lot that oh, Sally, you should give like visuals for people. You should provide visuals. You should show people more things. Like, you should show people what you're talking about. Bro, these people don't know what they're looking at. Does that make sense? Like, they don't even understand what's happening. This is bottom-up obstruction being recreated on a flat surface. He doesn't really understand the importance of it because he doesn't even understand the importance of his own argument. So it's like going around in circles. There's a lot of kettle logic. It's completely just null and void in most scenarios, right? Although it's not going to stop me, I'll keep showing people stuff, but I'm just trying to say, like, 9 times out of 10, there is literally almost zero meaning in doing any of that. It kind of defeats the whole purpose because I even said you're going to ignore it. You're going to put it on Mount Everest, he says. What is with you in Mount Everest, by the way? What is this unhealthy obsession that you have? Oh gosh, circled? What are you talking about, bro? It's one person. It's me, and like, no, it's me and Globers. I only bring Globers up here. You just have a bias against everything, dude. You hate flat earthers. Why? What did we do? What's up, Bob?
Hello. Hey, man.
Hello.
Hey,
How old are you?
I'm 54. The the picture or the video you just showed with the at the edge of the table, the camera's below the edge of the table, which is why it.
Oh, so the
Why?
camera zoomed in through the table?
No, it's on the edge of the table,
Oh.
angled up a little bit. Yeah, that one's been proven
Oh.
false by a number of videographers.
Okay, what about this one? What about this one? Where he moves the camera and the flat piece of wood appears to refract downward. What about that? Is that fake too? When he's moving the camera above and below the piece of wood?
That looks like a bad carpenter's job.
Oh, so that one's just a
that piece
genetic
of-
fallacy too. Okay, no, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. I'll find a different
pull
one.
it back. It was the
I'll
guy was
find one that's
walking
I'll find
over to the
I'll
edge of the
find one that's
camera.
not a genetic fallacy. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out, Bob. We're gonna figure this out. This guy's clearly above the horizon, right? Or above sea level at least, right?
Yep.
Zooming in on a boat that was not visible. Oh, these are the oil rigs. I forgot I had this one. You can actually see the horizon behind the oil rigs. This is like decapitation of the radius value being 3,959 miles. This is impossible. Not possible at all. Do you have any?
Yeah, those look
a
pretty low
genetic
to the
fallacy
water.
too?
Yeah, no, those look low to the water. I would like to see the height of those objects.
It's not that the object should be obstructed, it's that you can see the horizon behind them. How far should the horizon be for a 1-foot observer?
That doesn't look like it's right on the horizon. It looks like it's above it.
How far should the horizon be for a 1-foot observer?
In that picture, it looks like the water's below it.
How far should the horizon be for a 1-foot observer?
For a 1-foot observer, I don't know. 6-foot observer, it's 3 miles. 1-foot observer would be.
So you'd agree that, like, if this is true, right? We see this at 9 miles away, and we do actually see a horizon. I know it's hard to make out because I'm filming a video, right? But I could send you this, or you could independently research it and find it on your own. It's not even hard to find. This is very easy to find. I think Taboo Conspiracy has this on his channel too. This is where the horizon is, which means the horizon can be seen beyond this oil rig, which is 9.4 miles away according to this math, right? So if the horizon is all the way over here, it has to be close to 10 miles away. And even if the camera was at 6 foot, even though it's admitted to be at 1 foot, which means it would be at 1.25 miles away from the observer, right? The horizon should only be at 1.5 miles at most. But it's actually 10 miles.
I'm telling
away.
you, that doesn't look like that's the
This would require the radius of
horizon.
the Earth to be. Oh, this would require the radius of the Earth to be over 250,000 miles.
No,
in order for
so
this to
first,
oh,
a bunch
there's
of
no.
items. Can I respond? Do I?
No, you're just gonna not hold every video I show you. Everything's a genetic fallacy. I don't understand. It's like I can't trust any sources ever, no matter what, or just the ones that disagree with the radius value of the alleged sphere that we live on. I bet this is a genetic fallacy too. This must be this guy. We can't trust this Tik2 Zoom guy. No, he's dishonest. He would never try to prove that the Earth was flat honestly. No, he wouldn't do it justice. No, it's genetic fallacy, right? You sound really profound, brother. You sound absolutely like you know exactly what you're talking about. Maybe you just got cooked. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe I have bias. I don't know. I could admit it. Maybe. I love when they say the camera is below the piece of wood because it's like, oh yeah, it was an X-ray camera and it zoomed in beneath the wood. Yeah, I get that part. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So when we see a boat disappear, we're actually looking through the water. Yeah. Brilliant. Fucking, profound, man. Just absolutely you Globers, dude. You're always teaching me something that I didn't know. I didn't know we could just like X-ray through pieces of wood and solid objects with cameras these days, dude. The technology we have, it's amazing. People think we didn't go to the moon. Of course we did. We have X-ray cameras that can zoom through, solid mass. Brilliant. Absolutely. Dude, I'm gonna drive myself nuts if I continue. I think this is where we end the live. Maybe I'll chat with you guys for a bit. I'm gonna turn my hotspot back off. No more guests. That's what I'm saying right now. No more guests, especially after that guy. Where's my... Turn my hotspot off. No more guests. No more guests. When I say that, I stand by it. Like, that's my new rule of thumb. When I decide that there's no more guests, we're done. Then when the trolls start to come out, it's honestly like, it's almost like you're really not even doing yourself any favors by bringing up any more guests. Because it depends. But typically I get a good, like, not instinctual, intuitive, feeling for when's a good time to, like, kind of de-escalate the live a little bit, start to wrap things up. It's also getting kind of late. It's 10 o'clock. 100,000 likes. That's a perfect place to end it. Honestly, that's a perfect place to call it a night. Everything's a genetic fallacy. You can't trust anything. That's basically his argument. And it was proven to be a genetic fallacy, allegedly, even though he didn't name his source. He said by countless of people that he didn't mention. Yeah. So what if I just call your sources genetic fallacies? Then what? Do we just like go around in circles? Oh, it's so ridiculous with these people, bro. It's like, give me evidence that the earth is flat. And then you give it and it's like, no, not that. Something else. Now we're going to move the goalpost over to some other topic. And I'm going to deny evidence of that too. So be ready. I'm not going to accept anything you give me. So I don't even know why I'm here. That kind of thing. What's the point? Genetic fallacy? Yeah, it's where you argue that your opponent's argument is incorrect because of the source or the origin of its claim, right? Like some people would say that flat earthers believe that the earth is flat because they read it in the Bible. That would be a genetic fallacy. Even if it was true that I came to the conclusion that the earth is flat. I shouldn't even give that example because it gives the implication that I'm religious. I'm not. But that is commonly one of the ones that I think is the most used is, they say like, oh, you think the earth is flat because you read it in the Bible. It's like, that's a genetic fallacy because even if that were true, it still doesn't even mean that I'm wrong, right? Like if there's still science and evidence to back it up, wouldn't even matter if I came to the conclusion because I read it in a book. Wouldn't even matter, right? It's a genetic fallacy. It's one of the more commonly used fallacies. It's not like the most common, but it comes up pretty often. Have you ever done any structured debates with anyone on the topic? I mean, I wanted to with Globy, but I had a change of plans. I probably still could, actually. I probably still could. If I dunked on Globy from my car, do you guys think it would mean more? Like, that would be hilarious, bro. But, anyway, I don't know. But, I mean, do you have to? Is my counter argument. Like, is this not... Like, it should come down to the individuals to structure the debate themselves, right? Like, yeah, you could have a moderator, but, and you could do it on TikTok too. Like, you wouldn't have to go to, like, I'm sorry, I'm cussing again. You wouldn't have to go to, like, Harvard or Stanford to debate this topic. In fact, I'd argue that they probably wouldn't even let you in the door. If they heard you were going to defend flat Earth, they'd probably just, shut the door in your face, but I don't think that would be a requirement. Again, that's sort of fallacious in and of itself to suggest that you have to have a structured debate in order for this argument to have any validity. It's just look at the evidence, bro. Literally all around you. You experience it this way every single day. Not against you. Oh, you would. I'm sorry, bro. Kind of got like lost in the sauce there. I was attacking you momentarily. I apologize, bro. No, I'd like to. Me and Globy were supposed to, but then I don't want to get into it, but I mean, I still could. I would have to debate him from my car though, and I'd have to like hotspot my laptop on, and like I'd have to make a PowerPoint. And I just never got back to him on it. He never reached out to me either, so I don't even think he wants to debate me. If I'm being completely honest, that is my opinion. With as much humility as I'm capable of providing, I don't think he wants to debate me. Because when I asked him about it, he actually seemed like more interested in debating like Angels or somebody. But I don't know. I don't think he wants to debate anybody, to be honest with you. I don't think he actually wants to. Because I think he knows the earth is flat. I'm not even gonna lie. I think he actually is just a disinformation agent, but whatever. Ironic because atheists use those terms a lot. What, genetic fallacies? Or something else? If you're listening to debates, it's pretty common to hear fallacies get called out. It's just shows you that person understands how to use logic or when to at least call out irrational reasoning or unsound reasoning. Frank rather than honest? Let's see. Every sense, the ones you're... Yeah, no, we never feel the earth moving. But trust me, bro, it's actually spinning 1,000 miles an hour at the equator and orbiting the sun. Just don't ever look into it. Don't ever try to look into experiments that tried to prove it, because all of those failed because space and time bend and warp, and the instruments that they use to measure the friendships contract and time slows down. You're never actually going to be able to prove it. But just trust me, the Earth's moving, and it's a ball, and we're going through space at ridiculous speeds that defy comprehension. Perfect. That's what we should do. I guess we're done here. Dude, you guys crushed the likes. You guys crushed the likes, bro. I love you guys. You guys are my favorite people. And I mean that, too. You guys are actually my favorite people. I don't love anybody more than you guys. 5 different speeds. I don't want to be the guy that, like, lifts his finger up and is like, well, actually, I don't want to do that to you, but I think it's actually 6. Because the Earth's axis moves in 3 different directions, right? And then you have the spin, that'd be 4. And then you have orbit. And then if you include the sun moving, it would be chasing the sun. That would be the 6th. But semantics, really, it doesn't really matter. And 1 is too many, honestly. Like, 1 is still too many. So, worse than I thought. Yeah, unfortunately, man. You got here late? That's okay, man. That's okay. What's so hard to comprehend? That the Earth is moving even though it doesn't appear to be, and interferometry was never able to prove it, even though it's the most precise form of measuring things? Yeah, I find a hard time believing it. It's not so much comprehension that I'm struggling with, I assure you. I comprehend it fully. I just don't believe it blindly. That's what I struggle with, is the whole blind belief aspect. That's a little too far-fetched for my human brain. Anyway. Remember the Gravitron ride as a kid? Yeah, the one that should fling you off of it if it didn't have a container. That's exactly what should happen. Where's the container holding us onto the Earth exactly? That's centrifugal force. I think the one you're looking for is centripetal. You guys always confuse those two. It's almost like you don't understand science. Wonder if there's like any connection there. Weird. You said what? You said it was incomprehensible? I said the speeds were incomprehensible, meaning your puny human brain or mine could never comprehend 4.5 million miles an hour, which is the speed at which the sun is allegedly traveling, right? That is something that no human brain can actually comprehend. The number is too big. Your brain can't envision. Your brain can't comprehend something if it doesn't have anything to compare it to, right? Like if I tell you I'm going 60 miles an hour, your brain is like, oh, I've gone 60 miles an hour before. I can compare it to that and I can understand where he's coming from, right? Or if I told you that we were on a plane traveling 500 miles an hour, and it's like, okay, well, I've been on a plane and my brain comprehends 500 miles an hour, at least loosely. I can attribute it to that, right? I could compare it to that. But when I tell you that we were moving at 4.5 million miles an hour, your brain has nothing to compare it to. So there's no way for it to make sense of it. It just kind of accepts it, usually, is what happens. But you're on my side. I don't think how you treat people will help the cause. Oh, I'm one of the nice flat earthers, but, that's fine. I thought I was one of the good ones. A lot of people seem to like the way I do things. Maybe you should do your own live, and you should try to convert people to the flat earth doing it your own way. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be like a backseat live streamer. Misunderstood what I was saying? Well, I'm just not going to read what you're saying from now on. How about that? Don't ever tell me I have a bias towards flat earthers, bro. I don't give a... I don't care. If you don't like the way I do things, that is fine. To some extent, I agree with you. I could be better. I know that. But it's easier said than done, and it's much more difficult in the moment, right? When you're actually in the midst of a discussion, it's hard to think about, like, oh, what's the most politically correct way for me to address this issue? I don't give a crap, bro, and I'm trying really hard not to cuss. In fact, I think maybe I should just start cussing, especially because I'm going to end the live. But truthfully, I don't really care what the most politically or least offensive way is to address these issues when these guys are trying to tell me that the earth is that people are standing upside down on an earth that is moving. Yeah, no, I don't think there's like a non-offensive way to correct you on that. I think you got duped. I think you got fooled. I think you got tricked and hypnotized and brainwashed at a young age, and you probably still believe it. And there's really no like polite way for me to say that to you. And we just live in an age where people's skin is made of paper mache, and everything that if it gets wet, then they get offended. Like it's, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. It is what it is, bro. All right, let's, they don't want to accept they've been duped? No. Can mistake it for arrogance. Sometimes people are just fed up with these globies. It's okay. My sincerest suggestion is like try this for a week. Because when I first came onto TikTok, I was like super chill, bro. I never used to get mad or frustrated at all. Like I used to be like really nice to people, you know? And that just it gets to you after a while, bro. So that's what I mean. My most sincerest suggestion is sincerely try this for a week or a few days and just then you'd have a better understanding of like, oh yeah, it's hard, right? It's not easy to just like, and I say this all the time, bro. The truth does not care about your feelings, man. If and the biggest example of that, and I can't even say it on TikTok, is the alphabet people and the rainbow people. Like those people are objectively wrong, right? And all they care about is emotion, and there literally is no polite way for you to tell them that they are not what they identify as, right? So there's really no polite way to say it. You just have to be blunt and direct and say it. And that's sort of similar to this in the context of like the earth is not what you believe it to be, and I don't necessarily have to be polite with you, although it helps and I try my best to be polite, but to some extent, like I don't think it's entirely necessary either. Being direct has its own set of benefits as well. I mean, look at Fred. That guy's a dick sometimes, and he gets people on board with this, so it works. It's just there's different people are reached in different ways, you know. Spinning is your argument. Yeah, if you make positive claim that the earth is moving when we actually experience it as non-moving, I would believe that you would have burden of proof. It's typically how that works. You make a claim that's antithetical to reality itself, you kind of have to prove that because everybody experiences it as the exact opposite. I'm gonna turn my laptop off for now. How is the earth flat? I don't know, I didn't make it. I'm not the creator. You'd have to ask him. But in my opinion, if I was going to build a structure, I would give it a solid foundation. Not a curving one, you know. Much love. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we're gonna bounce off of here. Somebody subscribe to my YouTube. Thanks. Appreciate that. I actually just uploaded my live stream from last night on there today. Last night's live was really good. We had Caleb and Angels up here. We had some good laughs. There was a guy that was like obsessed with cheeseburgers. That's all I remember. I don't even remember why. I just remember the cheeseburger guy. If you guys were here for cheeseburger guy, I think that was very funny. Sir, miss? Oh, no, the hell you didn't. Oh, no, the hell you didn't. How the hell do you mistake my voice for it? Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna start cussing at you. Oh, no, 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 no. Get out of here. Go away. There's nothing. I hate when they do that. Like, I'm genuine. No, the hell you're not. No, the hell you're not. Just shut the fuck up. What's my channel name? It's actually you uploaded the cheeseburger thing? I did. Yeah, I did. My bio has my YouTube in it. There's a link tree in my bio. There's also Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo if you guys want to help a guy out, support the live, that kind of thing. I'm very grateful in regards to that. And yeah, if you guys want to check out old lives, old debates, so I try to upload there as often as I can. It is relatively difficult to get like good content, you know, especially with like Globers dodging me every chance they get. But if I ever get like good debates, I upload them on there, and if I ever have like really good lives, I upload them on there as well. Thank you, GQ. Thank you, I appreciate that, friend. People are hesitant to entertain the idea, fear of being ridiculed. That is actually true. I think that's one of the biggest part of it. I think it's like a popularity contest kind of thing, where people are just going to side with the popular thing. I did once theorize that if you could get Flat Earth to the 51 percentile, meaning if you could get the amount of people that on Earth that believe the Earth is flat over 50%, then I think you could potentially tip the scale, so to speak. But I also think that they would shut it down before it got that far. I'd argue, though, when I first started TikTok, I used to say I think we're at least like 20 to 25% of the population, and I would still hold that to be true. What people, I think, have the biggest misunderstanding in is that we look at it from most of my guests, most of my viewers, most of us here are American, and I think we look at it from an American perspective, but there's some countries on Earth that are predominantly flat Earth. Like I've heard Brazil is like predominantly flat Earth. So when you think about it on a worldwide scale, then I think flat Earth, it has a lot more numbers than they give it merit, than they credit it, you know. If you can get 40%, yeah, that could actually work as well. I think even if you could get to like 30 or 33, not to be a Freemason about it, but if you could get to 1/3, right? That's basically my argument. If you get to 1/3, I think that would have its own like sort of ripple effect, domino effect kind of thing, where 1 in 3 people would be a flat earther, right? So it's like everywhere you look, there'd be flat earthers, and I think that would sort of tip the scale as well. But I would argue we're probably at least like 20% of the population worldwide, not just U.S. A lot of people would take it in a U.S. direction. England, word. 15 to 25. Yeah, that's fair too. That's fair too. Did you miss the channel name? No. There's a I don't even know my YouTube channel name, brother. Sorry. If you go to my bio, there's a link tree there. If you click on the link tree, it has my YouTube there. And there's also links to other things if you want to send any, like if you want to help me out a little bit, but that's fine. Most flat earthers never talk about, that's actually true too. And I gotta say that like for the longest time as a flat earther, I didn't do my part and like try to talk about it or anything. Cause I would, and like I would bring it up with like coworkers or family members and it would just not go well. So I kind of just bit my tongue on it for quite a few years. And I would talk about it here and there if I felt comfortable doing so. But outside of that, I would always kind of like reel it in. Flat Earth is also one of those things you got to know when to bring it up. Some people just don't. You're not. It's almost like when I host lives, like I bring up guests. It's like I know these people don't have any interest in this, so you got to kind of pick your battles a little bit. But I am glad that I started doing TikTok, though. I have found some sense of like purpose doing this. I do feel like I believe in a creator, and I believe that he has put me exactly where I'm supposed to be, and given me everything that I needed to do exactly what I'm doing. That kind of thing. Synchronicity, you know. What happens if you travel to the end of flat Earth? I don't know, buddy. I don't know if there is an end. Maybe you should have a better understanding of the argument before you ask ridiculous questions that no one cares to answer. All right, this is where all the troll comments come in because I'm hanging out with my guests my viewers for too long. When I spend too much time with you guys, they send in a bunch of trolls to start spamming the comments because I'm not allowed to just sit and read comments either. Literally. It's annoying, bro. This whole channel, everything about, or I'm not, that's, dude, Bold Justice. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much, man. Sincerely, bro. Thanks a lot. But this whole TikTok thing is very frustrating. It's very finicky. Like, you can't operate it, the way that you want to. You have to play by their rules. And what I mean by that is, like, I literally can't even just sit here and engage with my chat, which is one of my favorite parts about this. I love just sitting here, reading comments, answering questions, you know, having conversations. I love that. It's my favorite part. It's my favorite part. It always has been. And I can't even do that without like trolls coming in, right? So once I reach the end of the live where I don't want to bring guests up anymore, and then I go to, like, I'm done dealing with the trolls from the guests because they're bad enough, and then I go to the comments and I want to talk to you guys and just like chill for a little bit. It's like I'm also impeded in that regard because there's like I can't even read all of the comments because there's always like somebody asking me where the edge is or something, and it's like disinformation agents, bro. I truly believe it. I truly believe it. But thank you again, Bold Justice. Thank you very much, bro. That was very generous of you. The 30-minute goodbye. Somebody changed his profile picture. Look at you, man. Look at that beard. I had a beard. Well, I have a beard, but I trim it these days. I keep it roughly about a 5, I think. I think I keep my guard at like a 5. I don't know. I never take it off. I just, I'd have to look at like which guard I use. I'm pretty sure it's a 5 or a 7. But I used to let my beard grow out when I was younger, and it just gets too hot. I think, you know, it gets itchy, you know, all that stuff. But you have a nice beard. I respect a good beard. All right, Adam, you're literally the person I'm talking about. Stop it. Go away, Adam. Nobody cares. Go ask another flat earther how eclipses work. See if they'll entertain you either. Anyway, take it easy. Thank you. All right. I guess we're done here. Love you guys. I gotta get off of here. I gotta get some sleep. We'll try to run it back tomorrow. Tonight's live was pretty good, I would say. Not terrible. I think I had at least one or two people that were like decent. You know, I had that. I think that one guy said he was like 50 something, and he was asking good questions. And I told him if he keeps looking into it, he might end up being a. I didn't tell him that. I told you guys that, I think. But if he keeps looking into it, I think he'll be a flat earther. It's typically how it works. Doesn't happen overnight. Me? What does that mean? Whatever. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you again. Thank you guys for 130, dude. 130 is crazy. I love you guys. Peace, everyone. You guys take very good care of yourselves. We'll try to run it back tomorrow. Yeah, love you guys. Peace.